Alright. God, it's a bit dark, isn't it? What's going on here? What is this camera focusing on? Why is it so dark all of a sudden? The fuck? Okay, good. I sorted the lighting out. I still look like a knob, but I don't think that that's the lighting. I think that's just a consistent thing with me. So, welcome to a new segment on my channel, which I am dubbing A Week in the Life. And if anyone could come up with a really cool Beatles cover for this segment, that would be pretty cool. I'm not talented enough, but other people might be. So, as of recording this, it is a Sunday, and Sundays are always shit because they're spent just dreading tomorrow, because tomorrow's Mondays, and you know, everybody hates Mondays. I'm going back to college tomorrow for the first time since December. I'm looking forward to leaving my house. But I have also done my hair up to kind of prepare for tomorrow. I haven't made an effort with my appearance since then, really much. So it's nice to have an excuse to do so, but also I'm trying to get back into that. What do you think? Does it look alright? My mum cut my hair the other day. I would do it myself, but it's nice to know that if it did look bad, I could have somebody else to blame. Because otherwise people will think I'm the knob. You know, oh, well, you cut it yourself, what do you expect? But my mum did it, so if it looks shit, then you can just blame her. Sorry, Mum. No, I think it looks nice. It's just, I don't know how to style it. You know? Looks alright from this angle, actually. You know what I mean? It depends. I'm kind of just sick of it. I'm sick of having hair, really. But then I wouldn't want to be bald because I think my head would burn in the sun and then I'd look like some sort of deranged Malteser. But you know, I kind of felt like having a bit of a makeover though, because my mum and I have started watching this program called 10 Years Younger, and they get people who've sort of had bad lives, bad things have happened to them, or they just want to have a sense of style. They don't really know much about fashion or kind of looking after themselves, so they want to have a makeover to sort of invigorate themselves, make themselves more looking forward to the future, and move away from their traumatic pasts or from their bad style. And it's really empowering. You watch it and you think, wow, this is really nice. These people are getting help. They're getting assistance, which is pretty different to the usual message of sort of makeover shows, which is nobody likes you because you're different, so we're gonna make you look like everybody else. Because fitting in is gonna make everybody else like you. We're just gonna strip you of your individuality. And people are gonna watch it. And hey, listen, I am no stranger to these programs. I have watched these programs and I have enjoyed these programs. You know, Snog, Marry, Avoid, a classic, such a classic of British TV of the early 2000s. And this other program I used to watch. But they're all the same. Like, oh, you look different. Let's make you look more normal because everyone thinks you look better that way. It's so sad. Why does it matter what other people think of you? You know, these programs just really reinforce that sort of idea of fitting in and not just embracing your individuality. Pisses me off. And then after we watched 10 Years Younger, which I recommend, we watched Celebrities, What's Happened to Your Face. What a hunk of shite. I think it was on 5-star. Not surprised. And it just... the whole program was just analysing different celebrities. One of them was Simon Cowell. We stopped watching after the first celebrity that they analysed. And basically they look at different photos of him over the decades and they say, right, he's got less wrinkles here by his eyes. He's got less wrinkles here, and his teeth are whiter. Therefore, we can deduce that he has had Botox and new teeth. Like, no shit. Duh. I've got to say, this picture of him always makes me laugh, though. I'm sorry, but it's something about it. But the fact that he's like 60 is so fucking weird to me, because I always thought he was just like in his 40s. He looks good for his age, okay? If I had that much money, then yeah, if I got to my 60s, I'd probably be like, oh, maybe I'd get some work done, something like that. So, I don't understand the aim of these programs. It's so fucking dumb, because you can just look at that picture for yourself and say, yes, his teeth are different, his face looks different, probably he's had work done. I just don't understand this sort of dehumanization of celebrities, where people think they can just make any program they want about any celebrity. Because I feel like you wouldn't make a program like that on random people who've had Botox and their teeth done, would you? But as soon as it's a celebrity, it's like, oh, what's Simon Cowell done? What's Kylie Minogue done? It's like, why do you care? Like, I can see the appeal of stuff like that, but I also just think it's so hollow and it's so dumb. Because there's just so many other things that you can watch and put your energy into. People don't really like consider you as a proper person if you become famous in a way. And I get that there's that mentality of, oh well, they're rich and famous, they have a better life than me, I'm allowed to make fun of them. I get that, but I also just think it's a little bit wrong. But yeah, I do love watching things with my mum anyway. It's quite entertaining. Sometimes we'll watch like a shit thing and we'll just laugh at it together. But we watched a bit of Pretty Woman last night. I've never seen it in my whole entire life, and apparently I should have, and it's the most amazing film ever. Apparently Julia Roberts is the best actress ever. I don't doubt she's a good actress, but I feel like, yeah, simmer down a bit, yeah. Robin Williams is the best actor. Anyway, but while we were watching it, there was a fly that was buzzing around, and I just kind of pointed it out. I'm like, oh, there's a fly over there, like, And she just got annoyed, and she was like, oh, well, I'm gonna, kill it or whatever. It was on the table. She's like, oh, I'm gonna kill it, and I'm like, don't kill it. Like, I don't like when people kill bugs or anything. I think, just take it outside, dude. I'm not a particular fan of bugs. I mean, some of them are cute, like woodlouse is pretty cute, but spiders, big hairy ones, not a fan. But just take them outside, dude. You don't have to kill them. But my mum was getting really pissed off, and she got her slipper out. She's like, pfft. And just kind of like, I don't know. I just don't see the point in killing things like that. But then today, while we were eating dinner, we spotted a rat outside in the garden, and my stepdad was getting proper annoyed. He's into his gardening, so he was like, oh, he was plotting a murder against this fucking rat, an assassination. And my mum's like, oh, don't kill him. Like, what? What's he doing? He's in the wild. He's out in the garden. He's not hurting you, is he? She was proper defending this rat, and good on her. Don't kill the rat. Rats are so cute. He was just sitting there, just minding his own business. Just bless him. Anyway, but the thing that I noticed is people only care about animals if they're cute. People don't care about flies because they're not cute. They're annoying. They get in your face. They're so useless. But rats, they're cute. So you don't kill them. I get it though. I mean, rats are infinitely superior because of their intelligence and their cuteness, and literally flies have no use to this world. I mean, people are like, oh yeah, but people defend spiders because they catch flies, but then without flies we wouldn't need spiders either. And how much better would life be without spiders? But yeah, after that, then they went upstairs. My mum and my stepdad, they went upstairs to go to bed, and I was like, oh no, I'll stay up a bit, and have a long cozy time in the front room by myself late at night. Oh, perfection. And so obviously, allowed me time to have a sesh. I could have watched whatever I wanted. This is my time to sit back, relax on the sofa, and watch Bratz, the movie. Oh, okay. Banger. I'm not gonna lie, right? Bit of a guilty pleasure for me. I wouldn't even call it a guilty pleasure though, because I don't feel guilty watching this sort of stuff. I love it, and I'll admit it. Okay, I am such a sucker for early 2000s movies about teenagers going to high school, particularly ones that have a makeover montage with a backing track of a pop punk song. You know the ones I'm on about. You got Wild Child. Can we bring yesterday back around? Mean Girls. I've not actually seen Mean Girls. Even though it would be right down my alley because of that. And then obviously the Bratz movie. And then we got White Chicks.
Come on, me? Yeah, come on, we're girls. It's what we do.
Which is kind of like the antithesis.
Here, let me help you. Hold on.
It's sort of like a parody to those types of films. Something that's annoyed me this week, and there's always something, is Nintendo. Now, the Nintendo Switch, when it came out in 2017, it was revolutionary. A console that you can plug in and put on your telly, but also take it around with you places. That's crazy. Ignore the Wii U for a second. So, honestly, it's pretty cool. And, the Switch, there it is. He's just chilling back there. He doesn't know what's going on, does he? He doesn't know I'm shit-talking him? No, I'm not shit-talking him. I'm shit-talking his parents, Nintendo. Not Reggie. Reggie, the lovely man that he is. Doug Bowser. But, something that frustrates me about the Nintendo Switch is that it's been out for 4 years. It's almost as old as my little sister. And the Nintendo Switch Online is so bad. So bad. What can you do with the Nintendo Switch Online? I'll tell you. You can play with your friends online, obviously, and play a few like classic games. That's it. That's what you can do for 20 quid a year. Which 20 quid a year, yeah, that's not bad if you compare it with Xbox Live and shit like that, which is 25,000 million pounds a year. But it's just so shit, and everyone's always, wanted them to sort of upgrade the amount of shit you can do on there, because it's just disgustingly lacking. And so there was some Nintendo news this week, and I was like, ooh, what's going on with Nintendo? So instead of sort of updating any of the hardware on the consoles, the Switch Online, anything like that, they decided to release, get ready for this, get ready, I don't know if you're ready, a new color of switch light. Why? 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 So, we already have, there's a yellow switch light and a turquoise switch light. And I think there's a grey one too. But now, you can get a blue switch light. If you wanted a blue switch light, I don't think you'd have to spend £1 million on a new one. You could just get a blue case. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. But you could, and you could save like £150 by doing that. You know, I don't get it. I seriously don't get it. And a switch light isn't even as good as a normal switch. If it was like an exclusive design of switch, maybe I could understand. But a blue switch light? Like, it's a cool colour. It's sort of a GameCube-esque colour, and that is my favourite console of all time. But what? Oh. Anyway. Obviously, I've been a bit stressed lately. There's been a lot going on, and it's not been easy. But I had a nice little package from my college the other day. It was just on the stairs. I was like, what's this? You know, obviously my parents had put it there. And I was like, oh, well, you know, something addressed to me. What is it? Some fan mail, perhaps? No. It was a little package from my college. A care package, as they sort of dubbed it. Really wasn't expecting that. So, let me just get it out and show you the wonders that are enclosed within this brown box. So, I really wasn't expecting this. I heard that there would be like a care package thing, but I didn't really know what the fuck that meant. But in it is a card. It says, "We can't wait to welcome you back into college after the Easter break. A thank you for all your hard work whilst learning remotely. We know it hasn't been easy, and we hope that this small gift will help you to prepare for coming back to college. Blah, 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 blah. We can't wait to see you back on campus. Take care and stay safe." That's quite cute, isn't it? This is quite nice. Just don't think about it too much, because so inside this, right, we have another little sort of booklet, and it's got pictures of different people. He looks like a happy chappy, this lad. Don't know who the hell he is, but he looks like a happy chappy. Oh, he's having a great time, isn't he? He's having a blast. Don't give up because you're tired. Keep going because you're almost there. That's quite wholesome. This is wholesome. So they give you a pen, and it has the college name on it, which is wonderful. They spent money on making their own pens. Well, branding their own pens. They didn't probably make the pens. They probably just got a sticker and put it on there. One of these fucking triangle highlighters, which takes up so much space. Like, this is huge, and the highlighter is like that big. Alright. And I think this is like a pad of paper. Oh, it has, it's like a pad of paper, I think. I think it's those sticky notes. It says, "Keep calm and carry on." You know, the typical British way. Just keep calm and carry on, dude. It might be World War II, you know, Germans bombing us, but keep calm and carry on. And I will say, they give you a mask as well. And this is really fucking good quality mask. Like, proper good, you know. It stinks. Or packaging. But this is a really good quality mask. I actually enjoy that they sent this to me because it's always good to have an extra mask. They also give you Aero hot chocolate, hot choc, as it says on there. No, there's a hair. There's a hair? That's not my hair. Spreading COVID, one box at a time. No added colours or artificial flavours. That's good. And they also get you Dairy Milk, little bar. And you can win VIP tickets plus millions of prizes to see Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester City, and Manchester United. Bluebirds! Where's the Bluebirds, dude? Anyway, yeah, that seems nice, right, in hindsight. But I also felt kind of insulted. Like, how is this meant to help me? You know, you send me this box full of shite, and it's meant to cure my depression. Thanks for this college-branded pen. My depression is cured, and I feel better. But I know obviously that wasn't the aim. I'm being very cynical here. It was nice of them to do this. However, imagine how much money it cost them to make these boxes, to get the shit to put inside it, to print out those, you know, the little leaflet thing and the little card, which is in full colour, to do all of that. And there is thousands of students who got those packages, because my college has many campuses. So how much money did they spend on just doing that? They could have like improved the college, gotten it so many more resources for the amount of money that they spent on making those. Clearly the college has way too much money. And I wish they actually used it on things that were productive. Man, I don't get it. Thanks. But your budgeting skills suck, is what I'm saying to my college. So if you're watching and what am I saying? And this was your idea, then get a different job. Anyway, speaking of, you know, lockdown, the virus, stuff like that, I almost feel like those words are curse words at this point. I just don't want to say them. Everyone knows about it. Don't need to mention it. But I come from Cardiff. Yes, I was born and raised in Cardiff, the capital of Wales. And when I was a kid, like many children of the early 2000s, I was obsessed with Toys R Us. It was just my favourite place in the world. Like, I would run in there, and sometimes I wouldn't even buy anything. You know, I would just go in there and look at stuff, and that would be my day made. You know, oh my god, you know, you'd run in there and you'd go straight to the DS's where you can play, you know, the new Nintendogs game or whatever. You know what I mean? You go in there, you just kind of play with the toys while you're in there, so that you don't have to buy them and spend that money. But I was heartbroken when it closed, because there was a big one in Cardiff, and then they shut it, obviously, because it got bankrupt. And now, Toys R Us, the one that was in Cardiff that I used to go to, has changed into a big vaccination centre. We are living in a dystopia. It's just weird to think about the fact that, you know, I go there when I was a kid and I had no idea that in 10 years' time there would be a deadly virus and we'd all have to get vaccinated. Ah, a place of dreams is now a place of the awful reality. So I just thought that would be a nice thing to talk about. Nice thing to think about, really. My childhood dreams crushed. When I was younger as well, I kind of went through a really early emo phase. It was really weird. I feel like I've been through every phase of existence. But when I was a kid, I would always look at emos, and I used to have an account on this website called Stardoll. Ah, the memories. That was XX underscore random underscore dude underscore XX. Something like that. And so you can already tell off the bat. And this was me when I was like 7, dude. I went through it pretty early on. But then it really started to come out when I sort of was able to show my individuality a bit more when I grew up a bit more, and I went to secondary school. And so like in year 7 and year 8, I properly went through this emo goth phase. And I'm proud of myself in a way, because although sometimes you look back and you think, oh, that was proper cringe, you know, ugh, you also think, well, at least I had the balls to look the way that I wanted to look, even though back then it was kind of looked down upon to look like that because it wasn't in fashion. And that's what another thing that's annoyed me recently, is the fact that when I was in year 7 and year 8, people would laugh at me on mufti days where we could go into school and wear whatever we wanted, and I'd be in all black, you know, platform shoes, long jacket, you know, that's like touching the back of my knees, just skinny jeans, you know, stuff like that. People would look at me and laugh. People would be like, people would bully me, basically. And it pisses me off, because those same people who would bully me, laugh at me, are now looking at e-boys and e-girls online like, oh yeah, you know, oh, they're so hot, I want to be like them. And you know, there's the rise of the e-boy, e-girl culture where that's in fashion now. You know, the way that I used to look, people now want to look like that because it's in fashion. And it's annoying because it is just so hypocritical. Like I say, it's those same people who laughed at you back then for looking like that now look like that just because it's in fashion. In a way, I'm kind of thankful, because with that popularity of that sort of style comes those sort of styles being mass produced and therefore costing a lot less to achieve. Because back in the day, if you wanted some platform boots, you would have to spend 200, 300 pounds on a pair of shoes. Nowadays, you can find them pretty much anywhere for 10, 20, 30 pounds. Literally like 10% of what originally they would have been, because they weren't really in fashion. Because the other day, I bought these. Well, this is one of them. No, my jackets are falling on me. Why? So, you know, usually shoes like this, oh my god, these would have gone for like fucking upwards of £200, right? I got them for 20. And £5 of that was just delivery. So these were like £15 from eBay. I'm chuffed as fuck, and I'm wearing these everywhere. Albeit I don't really go outside, but they're pretty cool. So you can't really complain, because, you know, I guess there's a silver lining. Another sort of realization that I had recently is the fact that I don't think that anyone has ever seen me eat a Bounty. This is a very random thing to think about, but I guess I went into the bounty craze a little late. I used to be a bounty hater. You know, oh, bounty, you like bounties? Oh, disgusting, scum of the earth, cretinous. But now I am one of those cretins, I'm proud to say, and I don't care. You know, I feel like people, they always get so worked up and so aggressive about little opinions, you know, because there's always that debate. Oh, you like bounties? And people kind of make it into a big thing when really nobody cares. But it's, I guess, a little thing that you can kind of turn into a bigger thing, I guess, to distract yourself from the actual bigger issues of the world, if you know what I mean. I would rather argue about liking bounties, you know, than arguing about politics, you know, because I guess that's also something that you can't control. You can't really control the bigger issues of life, but you can control bounty consumption. So, really, arguing and talking about the little things, it is just like a little hollow distraction, isn't it? From the greater problems of life. So I don't really have an issue with people being overly aggressive about little opinions that don't really matter. You know, I'm guilty of it sometimes, you know, because I feel like I tend to have the worse opinion. I stand up for the little guys, okay? I prefer salty popcorn to sweet. I think teasers in celebrations are overrated. But bounties, they're so good. It's just something about them. I don't know what it is. The texture, maybe. They're not too overly sweet. They're just right. There's something about them, and I don't really tend to like coconut sort of things, but bounties, pretty good. But speaking of sort of aggressive opinions and me usually standing up for the little guy, I was watching a video by Mimulus recently, and he watched the Fred movies with his friends. And Fred, I've always loved Fred. You know, when I was a kid, I don't know what it is. It just he was a big part of the early YouTube internet culture, and for that I am forever grateful. You know, I feel like he also sort of had an impact on the style of YouTube videos, and his content was just so different, and that's why, you know, it's kind of inspired YouTubers so many years on. And he still makes videos. Lucas Cruikshank, his brother is Jacob Cruikshank. Great dude. But I love Fred too, Night of the Living Fred. It's something about it. I just really love it. It kind of goes into my love of those early 2000s cheesy high school movies, but obviously there's a bit of a twist. And I love Fred because he's basically a schizophrenic teenager with no dad. Because his dad is John Cena, and that's the joke, you know. You can't see me. His dad isn't there. That's why he thinks John Cena's his dad. I love it. I love it. It's just so different. But in the video that Mimulus made with his friends, it's like they're all just saying how, oh, this is so bad. Like, what am I doing? What am I watching? Oh. And it's like, it's a children's film. Number one, I don't think that they're making it for people your age. Number two, why are you taking it so seriously? I feel like people nowadays, they take things way too seriously. Some films, you know, films don't have to be amazing, big blockbusters. Whoa, look at that plot, the plot twist. Oh, whoa. They don't have to be like that. I'm a film student, yes. No, but I have a deep interest in film. I'm learning it in college, and hopefully we'll go on to doing it in university, right? And I think you just need to have an open mind when it comes to films. That they're not all going to be amazing, but that's the point. It's the experience you have while watching it. You know, you can watch a film that's so bad that it's good, and you love it. Like The Room by Tommy Wiseau. It's a classic, and it's so funny, it's so entertaining because you can watch it with people, and it's the experience you share with other people while watching it, which makes it so fun to watch. You know, I would love to watch Fred with, you know, one of my friends, or, you know, someone, because of the experience while watching it. It would be so fun because it's just one of those films to just laugh at. But also, there are things that I think are still funny about it. I don't think it's so bad it's good. It's sort of self-aware, and that's I enjoy that. You know, it's not trying to be good. It's just what it is, and it's a kids' film. Something I've been trying to do recently is be more healthy. I feel like my diet is good the way it is, but you know when you know life just gets you down, shit happens, and you sort of, you know, you crack open the box of After Eights, and you end up eating a third of the pack. I didn't realize I ate that many. Alright. You know, just one of those errors of your life. And so I was thinking that actually something that would be quite genius is if you had a squeaky cupboard door that you kept your chocolate in, right? Because downstairs we have this sort of chocolate cupboard, and I was looking for some biscuits because I had a cup of tea and I was like, yummy biscuits. So I was looking for some biscuits. I didn't know if we had any bourbons or not, and bourbons are elite. So, and I was trying to open the door, but it just, and I was like, oh. It was just a realization that, oh, my parents could probably hear me opening this. They're probably like wondering what I'm eating, and then it makes you feel guilty. And that's good. It makes you self-conscious, but that's good. But don't listen to my advice. Seek professional help, or get a squeaky cupboard door because it makes you self-conscious, and then you're less likely to go in that cupboard because you think, oh, other people can hear me. I don't want to look like I'm being unhealthy. And that's innovation, guys. Modern problems require modern solutions. Something else that I saw advertised recently to do with health is Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Apparently this is a new thing. But then I'm like, well, yeah, but Coca-Cola Zero already exists. And Diet Coke, what's the difference? What is the difference? There's just too much option. We have too much option nowadays. You know, the 3 different healthy versions of Coke. Well, if you're being healthy, just don't have Coke. I'll stick to water. Thank you very much.